like when I see it go live. I guess that's it. I'm in the house. God damn it, we in the house. The General Young Pharaoh in the house, baby. I know y'all motherfuckers ain't seen. Oh, let me get that bullshit off. I hate that bullshit. Bitch, get off of my shit. That's that motherfucking lie and that motherfucking commercial and shit on my shit. Fuck you, hoes. Y'all ain't paying the General. Fuck all my shit. You know what I'm saying? Black Power family, we in the house. General Seti on Pharaoh. I know I've been off, the YouTube for a second, but everybody know I've been moving behind the scenes. You know, we have to readjust because the beast is most definitely when you dropping these motherfucking A-bombs like the General Young Pharaoh be dropping, it ain't, you can't blame a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame the white man. Because if I was him, I'd be crying like a bitch too. You understand? Motherfucker going up in my mouth like that. So, when you see, that they start to try to, fuck with a motherfucker, I already know. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what happened when you dropping this truth. And even when we doing this upcoming live stream this Sunday, June 30th, we're doing Hip Hop Illuminati Expo.
Oh.
Is that right? That right, Pharaoh?
Yeah, oh, that's right. I just was coming behind you because
I'm right. That shit sound like a goddamn reverb, nigga. I thought it was a song, nigga. I'm like, God damn, that was fresh to the butt. But we in the house. 15th lecture. 15. You understand what I'm saying? As the dynamic duo. That says a lot.
Exactly.
That says a whole lot, motherfucking lot. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers hate that. But see, that's when you got respect for your brother and you really bout that work. Ain't no jealousy, no nothing. Nigga just got love and respect for one another, respect for the art of teaching and shit. And so we done built on 15 months and steady moving. Ain't did one twice. Motherfuckers always talking about what a nigga. Bitch, we ain't did one lecture twice. Every motherfucking thing we done been another topic and another one and a motherfucking another one. And ain't nobody gave nobody, the kings, no respect. But bitch, just like I said, I don't need no motherfucker to blow my trumpet. I blow my own motherfucking trumpet. A lot of people say don't blow your bitch. I'm blowing my trumpet. When I get a motherfucking chance, I blow up my shit, bitch. Yeah. This is how we doing it over here. Fuck with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, this lecture is we stepping on a lot of toes. We stepping on a lot of toes. And I know Pharaoh, we just, we about to blend this motherfucker together. And I know personally, and I'm gonna hand him the mic, you know what I'm saying? Cause I could, this is, I like for Pharaoh to rock the house, you know what I'm saying, when he come on over. Cause I can write, I talk on my own goddamn video. I don't need, but I know one of the main things that I started talking about it earlier today is these dope fiend rappers. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking agenda to turn the black community into a bunch of motherfucking dope fiends. And we got to talk about that. I know we talk about the signs and all of that. And yeah, we're going to talk about the signs because that is a signal that you fucking with the beast. But we got to get down to the basics, the key shit that really is causing, our community to be, you know what I'm saying, in a disadvantage today. Fucking around with this rap shit. And so again, earlier today, I know it's just, we done went from being dope, selling dope to doing dope. Ain't now one of them to be, them glamorized at all because both of them destroy the black community. But they don't even want a nigga to be make no kind of money today. They just want you to be a dope fiend. And so we got these opioid epidemics, and nobody's talking about that. You know what I'm saying? We got opioid epidemics, and what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Heroin and cocaine pills and all type of cocaine and heroin, you know, Heron, codeine, cough syrup, and all this shit that niggas is and fucking blending together, and they making this shit a glamour lifestyle today. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker, it's an opioid epidemic all across the United States. The shit is at a emergency level. And you know, when I think about any product that's out there, you know what I'm saying? You got to advertise for the motherfucking product. You know what I'm saying? So when we think about these major drug corporations, you know what I'm saying? And you know, is they paying these niggas behind the up under the motherfucking table, you understand, to advertise these motherfucking these pills and this goddamn cough syrup and shit and all of this and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at a video, you know, earlier today with this nigga DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia, who brought out the motherfucking, along with UGK, brought out the motherfucking sipping on some scissor. You know, where you mixing goddamn codeine cough syrup with some promethazine and some, you know, some goddamn pop and shit and all of this shit. And so that shit even caused old Pimp C, rest in peace, my nigga. We love you. We love you. But at the same motherfucking time, we lost one of our beloved. And you know, cause he's out, you know, the shit fucks with a nigga, you know, being, his health, his mental state. You see what I'm saying? And the nigga DJ Paul actually was up there. I'm watching the video with DJ Live, the motherfucking vampire, who ain't doing nothing but set niggas up all across the hip hop world, and they let him. He sit up there and ask all type of snitch ass questions. But the nigga DJ Paul was actually fucking, it was, you know, he was like promoting the fact that they was the premier group that brought that shit in, all that sipping on some scissor. And, you know, he talked about how they was doing dope. And, you know, along with Pimp C, he said Pimp C didn't do no cocaine, but he most definitely was doing that motherfucking scissor, you know, that cough syrup and shit. And so, you know, most definitely when you looking at the motherfucker, what's that nigga name? Black. What's that motherfucker was talking shit, Pharaoh?
Who?
On Nipsey Hussle's wife. Kodak Black.
Kodak Black.
Yeah. Dope fiend rapper. Dope fiend motherfucking rap. And I don't want, but when it's destroying the community and you know the babies is looking at this shit, nigga, you got to be checked. And this is one thing we most definitely not checking these niggas on in here. It's an agenda. It's a motherfucking agenda, because I'm gonna pass it to you just 2 more minutes, and I'm gonna let Pharaoh go on and rock the house, because when you dealing with this motherfucking music, we know how powerful music is for the black community, black people in general. We just talking about our spirituality. The drum is the heartbeat of African spirituality. I don't know no African religion that at the foundation of that spirituality ain't the drum. So that's the heartbeat of African spirituality. And then you talking about that songbird, that African songbird that takes them words and sing them or rap them and touch black people all across the world, nigga, in their spirit. So they done kidnap 2 major aspects of our spirituality. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, and what you put on them damn beats, that shit, you know, the drum opens up portals in the African soul. And so this goddamn information is going deep down in the minds of our children. You see what I'm saying? And again, you know, when you talking about who's promoting what motherfuckers is saying, it's always the man that sign, you know, who puts the contract out there, the man that produces you, who owns you. He the motherfucker that lay out the agenda, what you can rap about. Because if you sign that motherfucking contract, motherfucker, he can, you know what I'm saying? Just like I was looking at 50 Cent and the motherfucker, what's the nigga name that he beefing with? That was in G Unit. What's that nigga?
Young Buck.
Tennessee.
Young Buck.
Young Buck. And Young Buck was talking about 50 Cent and fucked his whole career up because he got a contract where he was trying to put songs out. He say he can't even do no music with no niggas in the industry unless he get goddamn 50 Cent permission. So he done fucked his whole goddamn career up because he didn't sign that goddamn contract. So we know for sure that what these niggas is rapping, all this dope fiend shit, this lean, and all of this shit, you understand? We know that the motherfuckers at the top is ones laying down the motherfucking agenda for the hip hop industry. And so my question become, and I'm gonna pass it on you to Pharaoh, is do the pharmaceutical industry got their hand in these niggas' pocket in a major way? Because I don't know no motherfucker. When you talking about Hennessy, you talking about gym shoes and clothing, most niggas that spit that shit out their mouth in a rap, they getting paid for that shit. You feel me? Even Sprite. Because I hear a lot of niggas talking about they mixing that shit with some Sprite and all this shit. So they getting, they got an agenda. So we wondering, is these motherfuckers got their hand getting paid under the table to promote this motherfucking nonsense? Because again, and ending on this, every product, I don't give a fuck what it is, it got advertisement, it got a commercial, it got a goddamn jingle. So when we look out in the world today, even in Africa, codeine, cough syrup, damn, even in Nigeria, you could go look that shit up right now in Africa. Motherfucking cough syrup is out of control. So this shit is all across the world, okay? It's all across, and you got an opioid epidemic. I'm looking at the numbers. Niggas is dropping dead out there. Niggas is dropping dead. You can even look at the top niggas, Michael Jackson and motherfucking Prince and ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. I didn't even know. I knew he had a heart attack, but I went and looked him up. He'd had some shit off in his blood. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the people that we love, and we saying this shit in love, we not trying to just go in on our people, you understand, without love in our heart, but it's a motherfucking agenda that's destroying the motherfucking community. And we most definitely, that's one area that I'm gonna be touching on and a lot more. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
That's right, and I'm jumping right out the motherfucking gate. Coming behind the general, as he stated, this Sunday we won't be playing no games with this presentation, once again titled Illuminati Hip Hop Exposed. The link is in the description. It is video right now, youngpharaoh.tickleap.com. Go in the description of this video, tap that link, and get your tickets right now. It will be live streamed. Let me say this before I go in, because y'all always ask me this shit, and we 15 lectures in and y'all still ask me. I gotta let y'all know. The link is not distributed until 15 minutes before the start of the event. So whether you buy your ticket now or you buy your ticket an hour before the lecture, you're not going to get the live stream link until 15 minutes before 1 p.m. Sunday Eastern time. So let me say that to y'all again, for those of you who be buying the tickets and then be messaging me every day talking about where's the link. You're not getting the link to your email until 15 minutes before the lecture starts. I had to say that. Now let me jump in, right? While we talking about agendas and all of that. While we on the subject matter of lean, okay, let me let y'all know because when we say drug addict, okay, a lot of y'all feel attacked. And that's because you should. See, sometimes what you don't realize is when shit offends you, it's because it's supposed to. It's probably about your ass. And so, with that being said, let me tell y'all the ingredients in lean, okay? Because we want to talk about not just why our rappers promoting this particular concoction, but what our rappers actually promoting. So when you're talking about lean, lean is a liquidated beverage, okay? I wouldn't even say alcoholic, because it technically don't become alcoholic until you mix it with an alcoholic beverage. So technically you taking drugs, okay? You taking a liquid version of drugs. So excluding whatever you put in your lean, whether it be Remy Martin or whatever alcohol, you take the alcohol out, if you take the Sprite out, and you just leave this chemical substance, you have an opioid and you have a sedative. The opioid is known as codeine, okay? Now, if you don't know what an opioid is, okay, heroin is a form of an opioid. Okay, so opioids not only numb the brain, they not only numb the neurons in the brain, all right, but they're also used as, or they were used as what you would call natural pain relief to a certain extent. And so that being said, people have taken these opioids to the extreme, and now they're utilizing things like heroin and codeine at at an unhealthy rate, and at a chemical rate that causes extreme disharmony in the body biologically. So you got codeine in this drink, and then you have a sedative known as promethazine. Okay, now a sedative is something that's used to sedate you. So if you don't, if you need to get a clear reference in your mind's eye of what a sedative is, just think of every time you've seen a movie of somebody in a crazy house or a mental asylum going crazy, and they come in there and shoot their ass with that needle and calm their ass down. So that's called a sedative, when you want to sedate somebody. And what the sedative does allegedly is it relaxes your body. So before I even go into the side effects of sipping lean, I just want to give y'all the ingredients. You got an opioid, aka a liquidized drug substance that's in the same family as heroin, codeine, and then you have a sedative in here, promethazine. So they call it lean because the opioid gets you high, just like heroin, and then the sedative, aka the promethazine, relaxes and numbs the muscles in the body, which actually causes you to lean. So this is what gives you that zombie effect. So this is why they call the shit lean. So if you sip lean, you ain't no difference than the nigga in the mental asylum right now getting hit with that needle. And so a nigga not gonna tell me nothing about lean, because when I was young, I drunk the shit too. So I know that it makes you lean. I know what it does. Don't come on here trying to make no excuses, nigga. It's a drug. Leave it alone. And so if you sip lean, nigga, you a crackhead. There's nothing else to talk about. And so that being said, you have an opioid and you have a sedative together. Okay, so not only are you high, now you basically tranquilized, and then you combine that with the factors of your brain's neurochemistry being rattled, certain lobes of your brain being eaten away, being rotted away. A lot of people hallucinate. You get nausea. You can get diarrhea. It's all kind of other mental effects. I mean, mental illnesses that I can go down the list. I'm just trying to keep it small because we got a lecture coming up, and we're gonna save that for the lecture.
That's right.
I just wanted to come behind Seti and let you know that, nigga, you are a crackhead. Nigga, ain't nobody just calling you a crackhead, nigga. And so that's what it is.
I ain't trying, but the nigga DJ Paul already said what it was. It wasn't like he said exactly we was high. We was getting high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker, you got a problem, motherfucker. That's on you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
You think of lean like a heroin beverage. It's kind of like
it is liquid heroin.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, mixed in with a sedative. So you right. Nigga, you tranquilizing yourself. In a minute, you niggas gonna be shooting tasers or something. So I want to touch on another drug too that's being promoted heavy before I go into the agenda, because you said something too that I want to touch on. I'm gonna touch on the next. Even when we talking about Molly, family, we talking about Molly. Well, y'all refer to it as Molly, but it's known as ecstasy. So the form of ecstasy that we're talking about is known as MDMA, and it's methylene deoxymethamphetamine. Yes, methylene deoxymethamphetamine. And so this is a form of ecstasy that's also being promoted to the youth through the music. And I want to speak on this because you hear songs like Pop the Molly, I'm Sweating, and things like that. And so a lot of the things that you're hearing in the music are actually medical illnesses. So even when somebody say Pop the Molly, I'm Sweating, that's in reference to what is known as hypothermia. So whenever you do ecstasy or you do Molly, okay, or methylene deoxymethamphetamine, MDMA, whatever you want to call it, your body's homeostatic system, aka the system in your body that regulates body temperature, immune system, all that kind of stuff, it becomes chemically imbalanced. And so what happens, your body begins to hypothermiate. And so what happens is people start to drink water underneath the assumption that they're dehydrated, but really you're not dehydrated, you just having hypothermia. And so why the water is really bad is because it actually drains all of the salt and the sodium and the electrolytes out of your body on top of you sweating out of your body. So drinking all of that water while you're on ecstasy actually makes it worse. It makes you lose even more nutrients. And so the reason that I'm dropping these sciences right now before I say what I'm finna say is because y'all need to understand not only are actual real life drugs, and the reason I'm pumping the word drugs is because you would call a dope fiend if you seen them shoot an opioid into their vein. But you don't realize that the same thing he's doing has just been remixed to you for you to do it in a way that's cooler for you. So it's called social engineering. If you came up to the trap and you seen a dope fiend shooting dope in their veins, you would say that's a dope head. But then if I take that same dope, put it in a cup, mix it with a sedative, add some Sprite, add some alcohol, then now the act of getting high has been, made less critical because it's being done in a trendy manner. So what I'm trying to get y'all to see is being a crackhead has just been remixed and remastered for it to be cool to your generation. And so I'm giving y'all the side effects of taking these actual drugs. So that way, when y'all listen to this music, y'all can see that these people are just trying to influence you not only to become fucking crackheads, but they're trying to make the side effects of being a crackhead something that's cool.
Right.
So that's like if you heard a song and a crackhead said, or somebody said, smoke some crack and I'm itching, you would be like, nigga, you a crackhead. But if somebody say, pop the molly, I'm sweating, now you're not a crack, you're a crackhead. You're still a crackhead. That's a side effect of methylene, deoxymethamphetamine, MDMA, nigga, ecstasy, molly, whatever you want to call it. And so that being hypothermia is a side effect. So it's you took some ecstasy and you're fucking having a hypothermia attack. Now, with that being said, this is the point I want to make. When we're talking about the agenda, okay, I'm going to be going, nigga, your favorite rapper might be in this motherfucker. Okay? You might be in this motherfucker. So don't be mad at me because y'all know I don't give a damn. When it's repping time, nigga, I'll rep. And so with that being said, when we talking about agendas, we need to understand that we got to live in today. I'm tired of people keep talking about hip hop and Rakim and all. This is fucking 2019. Rakim and none of the founders or the grandfathers of hip hop own hip hop. So the first issue was that you let somebody outside the community that hip hop was for come and take over hip hop from grassroots level. We're not talking about white rappers. We're talking about why are the majority of these record labels owned by people who don't even listen to the goddamn music? None of these Jews, none of these non-black people who own these record labels, who say what music should be pushed, what content should be pushed, even the content, or let their goddamn kids listen to the content. So that's where I believe, pioneers messed up in hip hop by letting people who don't give a damn about the community come take control over.
Hey, Pharaoh, dig this, my nigga. Listen, they was all, just not to be, they was already in control of it when them niggas was out.
See?
And the crazy shit about it, listen to me. It was an illusion because hip hop was just blossoming. So they let it be like it was because that shit was that was the new shit. So they let it be. But I was listening to the Jew boy, Lion Cohen, who in control of hip hop now. He was talking about when he was at Def Jam back when Public Enemy and them was out. You know who signed Public Enemy to Def Jam? Lion Cohen. All the way back, he wasn't the man he is today, but he was still becoming the man back then. So we looked at Public Enemy as being one of the most revolutionary groups. But Lion Cohen, the Jew, signed Public Enemy to Def Jam from the very beginning.
Goddamn.
They just wasn't as visible. You know what I'm saying? Rick Rubin signing, who, if you watch Groove and you see him in there with Russell Simmons, he was there the Jew was there from the very beginning. You can look on Run DMC, LL, Beastie Boy, any motherfucker on, and you can see Rick Rubin, the Jew, on all they shit from the very beginning.
See, there we go. And that's gonna be important, family, because y'all know how we do. We come with two totally different PowerPoints that always meet up on the end game. But you know, me specifically, not my entire PowerPoint, but a portion of it is going to be showing y'all the science behind social engineering and the connections behind people who own these record labels to social engineering platforms. Because let me give you an example, right? Let me give y'all an example of how this shit works. Y'all would consider my platform a black intellectual platform. Y'all would say, okay, Young Pharaoh speaks more in favor of black history, culture, sciences, arts, etc. Right? So what you would do is you know to call me if you want to, let's say, mold somebody else's thought around black history. So you're not gonna call me for, you know, the top 5 songs from goddamn the Cheetah Girls or some shit, because you know I don't know. But you're gonna call me when you have a question about slavery or some shit like that, because you know more than likely I don't know. And so you call me and you utilize me through my platform to influence other people to become more awakened. Let's just say the ancient black greatness as well as present black greatness. So now take that same format and think about the fucking music industry. Everybody listens to music, specifically hip hop and black people. So easily what happens is they say, okay, listen, we need this amount of content, this amount of words. I mean, this and this specific content of lyricism for the next 3-4 years to influence, let's say, the next 3-4 generations. So now what they'll do now is they'll go get a motherfucker that can't even rap. They'll go get a nigga that can't rap, okay, or him or her, snatch him up, get him a ghostwriter to produce, you know, the self-toxic content, get him a little public image, push him. Okay, then they got technology that can give you views, it can give you likes, it can give you, they got shit where you can buy YouTube views now. Okay, so just because a song did 1 million views don't mean it really did 1 million views. They can create the motherfucker that they want you to follow, and then you're gonna approve of it because you've been tricked to believe that everybody else in social media world approved of them because you see the followers and the views, and really you don't know that those are technologically generated. Those are not even organic. And so what happens is they are socially engineering the mentalities and the behaviors of the public via the people that you choose to idolize. And so these people that you choose to idolize are, you know, not only influencing you into dope fiend behavior, they're also influencing you into self-destructive behavior. But more importantly, what you're not realizing is they're influencing you to feed off of negativity. And so I'm trying not to give too much, okay? Because I'm gonna go hard as hell with this. Y'all know how I do. I ain't gotta give no disclaimer. I'm gonna go crazy with the science on Sunday. But as I stated before, they're altering your being through what is called biotuning. Okay, biologically tuning your entity through sound frequency. And so what happens is if you listen to shoot 'em up music all day, if you listen to you know, sexually, you know, deviant music or sexually deviant music all day, if you whatever you listening to, every time your cells divide, they create receptors for that specific chemical. So let me give you an example. I gave this example before. I'm gonna give it to y'all again. Let's say they say you got as many cells as there is stars in the universe. So we're not even gonna put a number on the cells. I mean, we're gonna put a number on the cells just to give the mind guidance, but it's more than that. Let's say you got 1 trillion cells in your body, right? Let's say each of them cells got 5 receptors. You got 1 receptor for love, 1 receptor for joy, 1 receptor for happiness, another receptor for anger, and another receptor for hate. Now, let's say you've been listening to music for 5 years that say, shoot that nigga, kill that nigga, fuck that nigga, my hood, gang, gang, gang. You've been feeding your anger receptor and you've been feeding your hate receptor more than you've been feeding your love, happiness, and joy receptors. So now what happens is when your cells in your body divide, they're going to produce more receptors, which are pro hate and anger, and less receptors, which are pro love, joy, and happiness, because this is what you've been feeding your body biochemically. Because every time you think and feel something, your brain produces a neurotransmitter, aka a chemical, that dispenses in your nervous system and tells your body this is okay. So you've been listening to shit for 5 years that tell you kill this nigga, shoot this nigga. So every time your cells divide, they prepare for those biochemicals. So what happens is now biologically you start to become what we call a nigga mind, or Seti always talking about the nigga making machine. Nigga, this is the fucking blueprint of the nigga making machine. Because what happens is now biologically you are expecting aggression, you are expecting negativity, and you looking for the shit because the cells in your body have more hate and more anger receptors than they do love and positivity. So I'm gonna end on this. I'm gonna give y'all an example one more time. Let's say one cell, let's say out of all of the trillion cells in your body, they all start off even. You got 5 cells for love, 5 cells for hate. 5 cells for love, 5 cells for joy, 5 receptors for happiness. You got 5 receptors for hate and 5 receptors for anger. If you've been feeding hate and anger into yourself for 5 years, now you got 1 trillion cells that divide on a daily. Then you multiply that by 5 years. So you got 1 trillion cells that multiply however many times your cells multiply on a daily basis. Then you add it up for 5 years. So by the time 5 years come by, one cell that you have, instead of having 5 even, you might have 200 cells. You might have 200 receptors for hate, 200 receptors for anger, and only got 3 goddamn receptors for love, joy, and happiness. And so now you become somebody who's feeding off negativity. So when we run into people in this world who just can't go a day without getting into an argument, can't go a day without being ratchet, can't go a day without doing some negative ass nigga shit, okay? This is why. Because biologically, they have developed into what I would like to call demonic ass niggas. And so that being said, this is where the music get dangerous at. And this is why, listening to certain things for too long without a psychological comprehension of not being able to, of not carrying out the lyrics that you're hearing, this is where it gets dangerous. And this is why they say whoever controls the mind, whoever controls the images and sound of an organism controls the reality of that organism. Because you only gonna respond to what you see. And what you see, they say a picture worth 1,000 words, because you wouldn't even be able to produce words unless you see the picture to influence you to speak. So kicking it back to the general, whoever controls the images and sound of an organism controls the reality of that organism. So if you got somebody on TV that's not showing you being successful in any way outside of self-destructive mannerisms, and then you listening to that all day, and you cellularly dividing to the point where you only chemically receptive to negativity, now you've been conquered not only visually, aka psychologically, you've been conquered biologically, because you feed off of, you literally now chemically feed off of the shit you've been seeing. So I'm gonna give y'all one more example. I use this example, I believe, in a safe zone because we're all adults. It's just like you got some niggas out there or some women out there who they can't even get in they can't even become sexually aroused unless they watch a porno or something, because they've been watching porn for so long. That's the only thing that stimulates a certain response in their brain to send the chemicals out to their body to say, hey, nigga, it's time to have sex. So you take that same understanding and you put that on niggas that watch fucking BET, watch Love and Hip Hop, and listen to certain shit all day. These niggas dopamine can't release in the brain. Happiness can't take place in the body unless these niggas do, see, act out, or feel some of the nigga shit that they've been seeing all day. So the same way that you feel happy if you open a new business or get a new job, or you teach the kids how to spell their name, that's the same way some niggas get happy when they get in a shootout. That's the same way some niggas get happy when they do some dumb shit, because it's been programmed in motherfuckers cellularly. So, this shit is bigger than what motherfuckers think. And it's not just music. I'm tired of motherfuckers just saying, it's not just music, nigga. This shit programs yo, and it's just like when you hear Mortal Kombat, nigga want to fight. Fuck is you talking about? It's just like when you watch wrestling, you hear that glass break, that Stone Cold, nigga, you fuck around and fuck your goddamn cousin up because Stone Cold song came on. It's not just music. This shit programs your entire being and influences every aspect of your life. Go ahead, Seti.
Bro, we saying a lot already. I just, the main things that I want to discuss. And it's a lot of shit that need to be discussed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The worship of European people. I'm talking about on a spiritual level. We talking about the Jesus piece, which is the icon of rap. That's the hip hop medallion icon. The white Jesus piece. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, motherfuckers look at the sign, but motherfuckers don't look at that. You know what I'm saying? They promote the worship of white people. You understand? By rocking them, and every last rapper that come into the game, when he signed that motherfucker contract and he signed with the Beast, that motherfucker got to wear that Jesus piece. He got to wear, I don't know one motherfucker that ain't rocked that Jesus piece. That's to show they motherfucking allegiance to that white man. Bottom line. Go look it up. I'm sorry to tell you, your favorite rapper, him too. All of them. You understand what I'm saying? I looked and when I first started doing that research, I looked and I'm thinking to myself, every last one of them motherfuckers. And I'm talking about they iced it out. And the nigga Bootsy, that nigga there, that nigga, boy, woo, nigga, I don't know this nigga went and got the Redeemer Christ. He went and got the Redeemer.
The Christ on the cross, right?
Oh, did you see that shit, man?
The joint where Jesus on the cross?
Man, this nigga got the Bible. This nigga got, this nigga is thoroughly whitewashed his mind. I just try to, see, man. I'm thinking to myself, come on, nigga. But to see the shit that you promote, you promoting dope, you promoting white worship. You understand what I'm saying? You destroying niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see the white Jesus, that's a continuation of the church, which ain't nothing but the handmaiden of white supremacy, the government. You understand what the government and the gun can't do? They know the preacher could do the other. He'll come behind and take care of the rest. You understand what I'm saying? So that's an agenda right there. Because how is it? Is it all niggas that religious that they gonna put this motherfucking peck of wood on their goddamn chest like that? You understand what I'm saying? And so that's another agenda that's that's being pushed predominantly by hip hop. Okay, you don't even see the church promoting the worship, wearing the white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking them off the, you know what I'm saying? You will see the shit up there. That you would think you would see this, the preachers and all of that wearing that type of shit. No, it's the hip hop niggas. Now, how the fuck is these supposed to be killers and all of this? They so goddamn religious to where they gonna put this white man on their motherfucking chest, promote it to the world, and use a killer, dope selling ass nigga who don't know God, don't know nobody. All you know is ruthlessness and all this type of shit. But you promoting the worship of white people by promoting white Christ. That's an agenda. So every little nigga, in order to be on, he got to rock the white Christ. Okay? So that's a heavy agenda. Because if a motherfucker think that, what about what we trying to bring to the people with our African spirituality? This is what they lining up against, the truth that's being spoken out here. You understand what I'm saying? So everything in hip hop right now is a motherfucking agenda. They even giving it over to these other motherfucking races. Now they benefit, don't like us, but they coming in here benefiting from, the music that our peoples create. Every fucking music we had, the other race end up controlling it. You can watch jazz. You don't even see niggas like jazz no more. You go to a jazz concert, ain't gonna be number goddamn crackers out there. Blues. Go to see some blues. Matter of fact, the white man playing blues, and he calls niggas to have all the blues in the motherfucking world. Now he got enough nerve to sing the blues? What you got to sing? What blues you got, bitch? You own the world. You know, so you done stole our blues. We can't even sing the blues. Not a white man singing the blues. Ain't that a bitch? We got all the blues. Bitch, we got all the, you know what I'm saying? Nigga trying to pay scrape up every dime, nigga, everything going wrong. We created the blues, not a white man sing the blues. Rock and roll. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? And so, again, even though, and I'm just, you know, gonna stay on this, you know, Pimp C and them niggas, not but UG, 3-6 Mafia, UGK, all of them, they promoted that shit. And they on there right now, you know, glamorizing the fact. And, you know, and when they brought that song, Sipping on Scissor, it was 1999. That's very significant. Going into the new millennium, they already knew. And ever since they dropped that motherfucking song, these niggas been, and it's getting worse. You understand what I'm saying? I went in, like I did a Instagram post about 2 years back, because I went in the gas station and they got the little synthetic shit up there. And right. I'm telling, and I did a video and I put it on, and I say, look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? They had it purple, they had it red, and they had it green. So they make it the colors looking like Skittles and Annihilators. You understand what I'm saying? So the babies can come in there and get that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, nigga, when you can sit up and I'm thinking to myself, it's an opioid epidemic out here, and y'all motherfuckers selling synthetic lean at the gas station, and ain't nobody went up in that motherfucker and shut that bitch down. They selling everything right there. You know what I'm saying? It's the Arabs. We ain't talking about, you know, in the Arab taking over the dope. I must say that because the streets is hip hop, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get real, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's the main motherfucker, what's on the menu for hip hop is what's in the goddamn street. And so when you see a lot of the raps taking over the goddamn, the streets and the dope game, now you see some DJ Khaled and some all these French Montanas and all these fake motherfuckers in hip hop ain't doing nothing. Just got a couple dollars and promote a motherfucker. This bitch, DJ Khaled, and took all the samples from black people, already hits, and took motherfuckers that already had talent, got some writers. He ain't done a motherfucking thing, but went up on the shit and say, DJ Khaled. That's all the motherfucker did. You understand what I'm saying? French Montana, your bitch ass too, because you was talking about Trinidad, this, that, and I'm talking about the island of Trinidad, talking about it's a third world country. How the fuck you think you're going to come into our music and then talk shit about us? So we got a lot of motherfuckers. Eminem with his weak ass. He another one that came in, one of the first ones behind 3-6 Mafia and UGK and them. They was leaning, but that white boy was talking about purple pills and all them pills, suicide, mushrooms, and shit. So when the motherfucking, you know, when the 1999, the new millennium came in, they agenda was, no, nigga, yeah, y'all niggas had some you know, some millionaire dope dealers, which don't to be dope, because we co-opting all the cash crops. Bitch, we taking over weed. We done locked up 2 million niggas, 3 million, 4 million niggas, gave them all type of cases in time, but now it's legal out there, ain't a nigga getting out, so we done took over the cash crop. So the dream of you being some big dope man is over. All we need you niggas to do is be dope things. That's it.
Right. I call it, we're going to call it SPAD. The agenda was suicide, possession, aggression, and motherfucking depression.
That's right.
Those are the 4 key words. I'm going to give it to y'all again. Suicide, possession, whether it be of a narcotic or a firearm, aggression, and depression. Those are the 4 emotions / psychological states that you need to be in order to produce, you know, those chemically imbalancing brain neurotransmitters.
And that's one of the side effects of that shit when you was bringing up is suicide.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I'm glad you brought up the date that they dropped Sipping on Scissor, because it was crazy shit before and after that, but I just want to show y'all it's 2019 now. Do y'all understand the power that a fucking 3 minute and something second song had? 3 minutes and some odd seconds has shaped the motherfucking minds of the nation for 20 years. What a nigga said out his mouth for 3 motherfucking minutes has caused the community to go downhill for 20. I'm gonna say that one more time so y'all can, so that can sink. A nigga went into the booth for 3 minutes and fucked us up for 20 years. Nigga, them niggas from down south, them niggas got niggas in New York sipping lean, niggas in LA sipping lean.
And you know what? I was, I want to, I was hesitant at first, not hesitant because I want them to understand. I'm like, you Southern niggas brought that shit. That don't mean niggas wasn't, doing some other kind of dope. But when it came to that lean shit, them Southern niggas brought that. No disrespect, nigga. It is what it is. You got them niggas bragging about it.
No, they definitely
ass up.
Yeah, they definitely culturalized that drink for sure. And then Lil Wayne just took that shit and branded that shit to the point where it that's what it was. But the point I want to make is this: for people who say it's just music, it's not just music. Because if it was just music, sipping on some scissor would not be having a fucking 20-year downhill effect on communities nationwide as it does. So think about every song, not that you've heard, but that you continue to hear, and ask yourself realistically, 20 years now, what's gonna be the effect when Cardi B talking about fuck them, then I get some money? It's a 20-year effect on that song. Okay, so where do you see these little girls in 20 years? Okay, when you hear a song, the first thing that you gotta ask yourself, 2 things you gotta ask yourself is, how many generations does this shit potentially have an effect on? And for 2, how long will that effect last? Okay, and so this is why niggas cannot keep using the excuse of it's just music and music ain't ever hurt nobody. Music get niggas killed every day. Niggas don't get shot in the club because they playing opera music, motherfucker. Niggas is in there getting shot in the club because Waka Flocka come on and the nigga get influenced. And and so I'm tired of niggas nigga, that's it. I'm a fighter. So nigga, I know music. Nigga, because my walkout song gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of your walkout song. So a nigga not gonna sit here and play with me with that weak ass excuse of it's not just music. This is music is the closest thing to physically touching a nigga's soul as you gonna get. Okay, this is why Black, as you brought up before, and I'm trying to fucking my best to steer away from this shit because we giving a lecture. But even them drums, like you said, that electromagnetism, we absorb this shit through our neuromelanin. Nobody else absorb. This is why Black people specifically, like you said, African spirituality specifically incorporates the drum, because the bass, the vibration, the electromagnetism, we absorb that shit. We get turned. Okay. We don't get turned off of a violin. Yeah. But I like to say a violin or something. Nigga get to hitting that drum, it's on. Nigga, we gonna,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody get this moving. You know what I'm saying?
So we gotta understand the music. For us, the best way that I could ask the people to think of this before I pass it back, because I'm not gonna give y'all too much. I'm not. But the best way I could think of how you being played by the music industry is the cobra and the snake charmer. See, nigga, you got the ability to bite this motherfucker and get him out of here, but you too busy being charmed into the goddamn whatever you want to call it, the container. So you gonna sit here and sway to this motherfucker and let him play that tune, and then he gonna put that lid on you. And I want to say this: a cobra has a pineal gland as well, and so this is why the cobra is able to actually pick up musical octaves and dance. You don't see no other animal actually swaying and dancing to music. So if you play fast, the cobra gonna sway fast. If you it's gonna sway back and forth fast. If you play slow, it's gonna sway slow. So if we see the minimal effect that just a fucking flute has on a cobra, imagine the effect that music has on us when niggas is using specific frequencies. They playing the music at 440 hertz, which in musicology is considered the devil's interval because it distorts the left and right hemispheres of the brain and it distorts your biofield. I'm gonna go in. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna go in. But y'all niggas better act like y'all don't. Y'all niggas better act like y'all don't. I don't want to say magic because it's not really magic. It's just science. It's just shit that everybody know except for us because we don't have these conversations. So, nigga, if you play something at a certain tune, you get a certain effect.
You know what? It's science and it's magic because it's a thin line between science and magic.
I agree with that. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of both. You know, because you got certain motherfuckers like I ain't gonna go like Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga got a gift that even the most talented nigga, and they knew that. They knew that. They knew that. And that motherfucker took that music, and you can put Dr. Dre shit on right now. It's like that shit don't lose no motherfucker, nigga. You turn right back on up, nigga. You get young niggas listening to some Dre. And he still putting motherfuckers out. But, you know, he took all that exquisite music and put bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks and all that dumb shit on it. You know what I'm saying? He put all that dumb shit. Can't nobody play that shit, even though, but what it did to niggas at that time, you know, he played his part, and that's why he paid where he at right now. Him and Snoop, all them niggas. You understand? You don't get that kind of money, nigga. You don't play your part. They destroy a lot of nigga mind. You know, even dealing with the woman, you know, you talking about bitches ain't shit. But man, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Do you love your mama, nigga? You is your sister? Do you say that shit around them, nigga? If you do, you's a simple-minded nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that it was an agenda. You got this nigga, he's a maestro. He's gifted above gifted niggas. You gonna take this music, you gonna put this agenda down, nigga. You gonna say what I need you to say, or your ass ain't. And Jimmy Iovine. When we talk about, and so I ain't gonna keep driving because I wanted to stay on that one particular issue, even though it's many other issues that we're gonna go in. But just to be and put it out there was, you know, a crisis. You know, a lot of niggas gonna go out there and say and talk about the signs. Oh, they putting up a sign. Bitch, it's deeper than that. Our babies out here dying. Yeah, they putting up some signs. But what is the deeper issue? You know, they turning our babies into dope fiends. They making, you know, they glamorizing, deteriorating lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? Because we losing people out there. It ain't like we losing motherfuckers. Okay, motherfuckers is ODing out there. Beloved. You know what I'm saying? Beloved that, you know, over the damn cliff. They can't help themselves. You know what I'm saying? They really crying out for help. A lot of times they be crying out for help. Because when you start fucking with shit on that level, nigga, ain't, you know, cold turkeys is just damn near impossible for a lot of mother. Ain't no cold turkey for some shit like that. Nigga, you need help, nigga. You need motherfucking help for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, you know, and if you just say, oh, it's me, motherfuckers out here crying for help, and you sitting up here denying the shit is even a reality, you got to wake the fuck up yourself. We so silly, and even we silly in the way we look at reality when people's is looking for help. We come up with excuses that really they want you to call it like it is, nigga. You need help.
Exactly.
I sure do. I'm glad you said, can you help me? Instead of saying it ain't no motherfucking bitch, it's an agenda. It's people's is looking for help. And they dying out there in large numbers. They dying out there all over the world. And I'm talking specifically the black world. So right there, agenda right there and many, many more. We want you to tune in. That's right. This Sunday, June 30th, 2019. The link is right now. Hit the goddamn link. Go right there. Get the goddamn ticket. You need it. So you can get this goddamn information and take it to your family, take it to your community. Because it's in a state of emergency. Do you know the United States, even though we don't, but the people, we speaking to the people, is in a state of emergency for opioids. They have called a state of emergency for opioids, okay? And fucking cough syrup, codeine, is a liquid opioid, okay? So I'm just letting you know it's a state of a fucking emergency. And so anytime you know it's affecting our community, and again, my question becomes, and I'm gonna end on this, if it's a fucking epidemic, and a state of emergency has been called for opioids, why do they allow these niggas to get up here and rap this garbage? If you get on the motherfucking internet right now and say you gonna do something terroristic to the White House, any politician, anybody, if you just visibly get up there and say, I'm gonna kill me some motherfuckers tonight over there at the state house or whatever, they hitting your motherfucking door, nigga. They hitting your door. Terroristic threat, motherfucker. You done committed a terroristic threat. They kick your motherfucking door in. So if you know it's a state of emergency on opioids, why do they let these motherfuckers rap this shit glamorizing opioids? You better wake your ass up, baby. The Hip Hop Illuminati exposed this Sunday, June 30. Hey, Pharaoh, what's your pages, man? Where the people can get at you, bro?
Listen, first y'all better get at me at that link in that description.
That's right.
But it's Sunday. Don't keep motherfucking messaging me, emailing me, talking about where the link. You ain't getting it until 12:45 p.m. Eastern on the 30th, which is this Sunday. But with that being said, family, before I even get my pages, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all know we go crazy. So if y'all not in these lectures, see, niggas be having to tone down for YouTube, cause y'all know the vibes. But when we get in them sessions and you come to motherfucking General Seti Young Pharaoh land and you make that right on BP Boulevard, nigga, it goes down. So Sunday, I'm telling y'all now,
up, nigga.
98% that your favorite rapper gonna be in this motherfucker.
Of course he is.
Yeah. So and she. So I'm not gonna be playing no motherfucking games. Niggas gonna take the hip hop world apart and show you this motherfucker for what it's really made of. And I mean that shit. So nigga, I'ma yap this shit down. We gonna break this shit down from the origins to now. Not just historically, but not even just spiritually or scientifically, but just in essence of the cause and effect of the reason they even call this shit an industry for a reason. Just like they call automobile manufacturers industries. So I'm gonna keep it neutral, but I want to let y'all know this is not no talk shit about the shit niggas saying music lecture. This is some shit you not gonna never get again for the rest of your life. And I say that confidently. So we not finna play, and I'm not finna play. The General don't never play. We gonna see y'all Sunday, and I'm gonna let y'all. I say that to say this. Follow me on Instagram, Pharaoh_Otten. That's PHARAOH_Otten, ATEN. Follow me on Twitter at Pharaoh_Otten_. Follow me on Facebook at Young Pharaoh. Y'all know my YouTube channel. Y'all know the vibes right now. My channel. I want to give a special shout out to everybody that's tuning into my Nation of Islam documentary. I'm damn near at 200,000 views. Going up. That shit. I project that shit gonna hit 1 million in less than 45 days. That's my projection because I'm damn near at 200K in 2 weeks. So if I can do 200K every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm on my way, but I want to give a special shout out to everybody that's tuning in because that documentary is bigger than me. It's bigger than what y'all think. That documentary was meant for Malcolm X to reestablish himself beyond the grave for the fuck shit that y'all did to him, along with Khalid Muhammad. So I had to
do. Man, I commend you on that, bro.
Yeah, that's love.
I commend you on that.
That's love. So I had to put Khalid Muhammad and Malcolm X in the proper perspective for my generation and below. But
powerful.
There we go. Yeah, that's it. Listen, I'm gonna see y'all asses on Sunday. Don't come crying talking about it's just music. I'm gonna smash you. And I know how y'all are. Y'all know how my relationship is with y'all. Y'all like me until I jump on your favorite nigga.
Right.
So it's all we like Young Pharaoh until next week and say the nigga that you like exposed. Now you upset. So you've been fucking with me all these years. You've been fucking with me all these months. You've been fucking with us. And then on Sunday, when you see your kids or your favorite artist come on that execution chop block, I don't want to hear it.
Hey, listen, I ain't got no friends on Sunday. Every motherfucker I bring up, I'm talking dog shit about they ain't. That including motherfuckers out the old school. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I got a segment for their ass. The golden, they call it the golden age of hip hop, and all them niggas is fags and lesbians right now today. Ain't now one of them did nothing for the culture whatsoever. Not one of them.
Come on.
Not one of them. Now, listen, dead prayers, them niggas too. I was on their head long time ago. How the hell you gonna come hard like that, nigga? And then, nigga, 3 albums later, you got Buddha on the front of your shit. Now you humanistic and shit. Nigga come in, they doing karate and all this shit, cocking AKs, and then the 3rd album, the niggas got Buddha and flowers on the motherfucker. Okay, I'm just letting you know. If you ain't got, if you got to be strong in this war, and I'm gonna keep moving. And the best motherfuckers then cracked, and so them brothers right there, he most definitely is 2 of the brothers, and especially Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You understand what I'm saying? Especially Khalid, and Malcolm too, but especially Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You understand what I'm saying? Because even then, you know, he's of Malcolm. And I think he graduated to just a level, you know what I'm saying, where he didn't even get an Arabs no room to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel that Malcolm, and that's in his growth, that don't take nothing. He's still the greatest in his greatest. But even today, that room that we left open for them Arabs through Islam, they have seized the moment and took over our goddamn community and still taking over the damn continent of Africa. And so if Malcolm was here 20 years, you know, to the day, he would have had to look at what Islam, the Arab, has done to Africa and the African community. And I'm quite sure, knowing how great he was, and he's arguably the greatest of all times. You understand what I'm saying? He's arguably, and I say that all over and over and over again. But that one aspect of, you know, being a Muslim and allowing space for the Arab Muslim, to be his brother, that failed. That aspect failed. Yeah. And that's see, we was but even in that, nigga, you could go back to Malcolm, and nigga, you could take Malcolm program right now, nigga, right now, and get free. No doubt. No motherfucking doubt. No motherfucking doubt. So because I say something, you know, and bring up an issue, don't mean nothing in disrespect. You know, because we look at all our teachers, and they would want us to do that because we see that. What's the next step? Okay, we tried this motherfucking shit with these These motherfucking Islamic motherfuckers, that shit ain't working. We got to cut that shit off. And that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But Khaled came with all black, and he told it like it was. When I went to Mecca, all I seen was these filthy ass Arab disrespecting African people, and I had to snatch mother. That's what we need, and that's what we need today. With these motherfuckers in this goddamn hip hop shit, and this, that, and the third, we need to be snatching these motherfuckers up and taking back what's, and not ever giving it over to them. And that's gonna go in each lecture is tied, and I'm out of here. Each lecture is tied because it's gonna go back to black economics. You understand? Because we don't have what we should have. We can't defend a lot of what belongs to us. You understand what I'm saying? Well, another motherfucker could come in with the motherfucking briefcase full of goddamn money and control the goddamn, you know, the aspects of the black community. So each one of these lectures is tied to the next. So it's a cohesive thing that we doing. So most definitely have your ass in the goddamn and see that right there. Motherfucker, you know, you can't be comfortable in a revolution. That's what Malcolm X taught me. You cannot be comfortable. You're gonna hear some shit that you don't like. And it might be, you know, some shit that you comfortable with, and it's you know, and it's killing our ass. So if you hear some shit and it make you feel a certain bitch, bite your lip. Wait till it's all over. Let it register. It might be your spirit saying the same. Set me free. Set me free. And you hear some shit and you don't like it, but wait. Let it register. Take the time to hear it out and look at what's being presented. And then after it, you know, settle within the spirit and the soul, and your mind has time to, you know, resonate the information, you will see that somebody trying to throw your ass a buoy out there and your ass is drowning to save you, nigga. And I'm gonna end on this. When you're in quicksand, see, you can wiggle. That's, bitch, you only gonna sink deeper. You need that brother and sister when you in quicksand to put that motherfucking limb out there, nigga. So you can grab hold. Cause that's the only motherfucking way you're getting out, nigga. When you in quicksand, you can struggle, you can wiggle, you only gonna get deeper. So when that brother or that sister come out there with that motherfucking limb and put it out there and say, brother, sister, grab hold. I'm gonna pull you out. That's what you better do. Because that's the only and your last fucking opportunity to be saved about this situation. All right, family, thank you for being here today. The General, you already know, my YouTube pages. You can fuck with me on Patreon. Go on over there. General Seti. And we got more shit coming, more pages, more avenues to fuck with the General and Young Pharaoh. Appreciate you coming out. Thank you. Be in the motherfucking house Sunday. Go to the link. As soon as this bitch go off, go to the motherfucking link, get your ticket, and be mesmerized by truth this Sunday. Thank you. Black Power.
Peace.